back on North Dakota Today with the NDT Kids Connection, and I'm speaking with best-selling author and family harmony expert Lorraine Pursell. Lorraine, you like to talk about what you call your inner Sherlock Holmes. So, a little explaining, please.
For those of you who don't know who Sherlock Holmes is, he was a mythical character in the 1800s in London. And this guy was so super sleuth, and he would solve all the cases for the Scotland Yard, the bumbling Scotland Yard, and he wouldn't take credit for it. He'd see the case solved, and Scotland Yard solved it in the papers the next morning, and he was just behind the scenes, handling everything and solving these unsolvable cases.
And he had a pal named Watson, Professor Watson.
Yes.
Elementary, my dear Watson. Yes. Okay. So what does Sherlock Holmes have to do with raising kids?
Well, there were a few things that he did that I have incorporated very well into my parenting philosophy. And the things that Sherlock Holmes did that made him so successful were he hired the street urchins, the kids that were the orphans that no one would pay any attention to. He'd give them a couple pennies and they'd go underground and they'd find out all the little things that he couldn't.
Act as his informants.
Yes, but nobody even was paying attention to these people.
Yeah, they just blended into the
scenery. They were invisible.
Yeah,
People were like, kids, who are they?
Yeah.
The other thing, he was the master of disguise. Even Watson didn't know it was him in a lot of cases. When he would show up on a scene, he'd be talking to this character, and it was his roommate.
Are you telling us to become masters of disguise and we'll raise great kids or something? What?
Well, the thing is, how can you incorporate those two things? And one of the things I ask is, who do you know as a parent? Who do you know that can help you, especially as your child gets older? Let your house be the house where everyone shows up at and does their homework. You might be out $1,000 for pizza and pop by the end of their school career, but it's at least where everybody shows up and you can actually be befriending some of their friends. And
we used to call it be the Kool-Aid mom.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So that's, who do you know that can reach your child with you? Another aspect of who do you know, I'll give you an example. I hired a tutor for my son because I got tired of being the homework policeman. I just was like, no, this is not part of my job description. So who do you know who can actually help your child get those things, those character building things that you're unable to do for some reason or another, because maybe it's not your forte. So who do you know in that regard?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, just trying to do kids' homework nowadays, that's totally out of my purview.
Exactly.
So you're right, you're dead on with that one. So when it comes to needing help, and sometimes it's hard for parents to swallow their pride, pick up the phone and call someone, I'm thinking you would be a good person to call.
Yes, because I've been there. I've really been there. And I raised my son with the help of a parent mentor, and that's why I became a parent mentor. So they can call me. You can call me at 808-936-4370, 808-936-4370, and we'll just have a chat. I want to hear what's going on with you. I can offer a couple tips that might give you some relief. And if it's deeper than that, you know, there are lots of things that I can offer you besides.
And you can also email you at info@lorrainepursell.com.
Yep. And we'll schedule a complimentary consultation with you. I have limited spots, so, you know, call right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lorraine.
Thanks, Kevin.
And we will be right back.